Hi, I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Bill.
And we are Imogen's parents. Imogen was our first baby and we'd not long been married and everything was going to plan. We'd had a normal 12-week scan and it wasn't until the 20-week anomaly scan that they picked up that there was something not quite right with the structure of her brain. Her condition is called semi-lobar holoprosencephaly, which rolls off the tongue these days, but at the time it was really overwhelming.
Their outlook was, you need to prepare yourself because she won't last the pregnancy. If she does last the pregnancy, she won't survive the labour. And then if she does survive, and the very, 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 very rare chance that she survives the labour, she won't live for very long.
And then you sort of are just waiting to lose her. We were waiting for it to go wrong.
We didn't buy a cot, we didn't decorate the nursery, we didn't buy any clothes.
No, we had one baby grow, just one. It was a really long labour, and about halfway through the labour, they sent somebody to manage our expectations, and he said he just wanted to remind us what the likely outcome would be. And then she was born, and she didn't breathe for 7 minutes, which was a long 7 minutes. And then she breathed, and she started crying, and they put her on my chest, and within the hour she was feeding. And then we drove her home in the most surreal car ride ever, because it was like, okay, now what? All of the physical milestones didn't come. They just didn't. And her communication as well was, she was very expressive. The words weren't coming. She wasn't using language in the way that you would expect a 1, 2, 3-year-old to. And there is very minimal support. There was very little help we could get at that stage. One of the issues Imogen has is that her physical needs are very high, but she's also really bright. So either they were able to completely meet her physical needs or completely meet her educational needs, but finding somewhere that could do both was really very difficult. I remember walking into Seashell the first time we came, and instantly they were able to meet her where she was at and engage with her in a way that Imogen would often struggle with unknown adults.
At Seashell, she flourishes, and what is really brilliant is whenever we speak to all the teachers and everyone that helps her out, they're all like, we can go further with her. Which is, we don't hear that much. When we do hear it, it's just like, wow, thank you. Thank you for not trying to limit her, not trying to just be happy with where she is. Thank you for trying to push her. Because that's all anybody wants for their children, is just to watch them be as amazing as they can be.
I've been working with Imogen since she arrived at the school. Imogen uses a POD book, which POD just stands for Pragmatically Organised Dynamic Display. The POD book's been great for Imogen because she can combine lots of elements for her phrases. Her vocabulary is really quite significant, and with an electronic device we think that we'll be able to have many more words on there that she will use, she's already trying to use. Developing her literacy skills will mean that she can actually write the word that she wants to say. That would be where we'd love her to get to.
The next stage from the POD book would be the assistive technology. So it would allow her to use a device that would achieve the same as the POD book, but she would have a much more easy access to it, so she could use it herself and she could instigate conversation the way an average 13-year-old would. If she has an idea, she could communicate it straight away.
She's a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She's got loads to say and she can't say it all the time, but she wants to do what 13-year-old girls do, and she feels how 13-year-old girls do.
She comes to school and she just loves it. She loves the people, and she has friends that she actively seeks to spend time with. There are no limitations put on what is possible here. Nothing's off limits. Everything is just strived for.
When Imogen came to Seashell, she was a really bright, happy young girl. Now Seashell's going to help her be a really bright, independent young woman. And anyone who wants to be that needs to be understood and heard.